Hello, and welcome to the Play Property channel. This is Larry, and we're looking at the expansion for the Legendary expansion. This is Into the Cosmos. I actually decided to kind of do this one first. I mean, I still got a bunch of other ones that I've already recorded that I haven't done openings, and I got a bunch of games done, but I decided I'm going to kind of skip and go right to this one because I just happened to walk into my local game store and it just came in. Like, they literally just opened a box for it. So I just figured, hey, this gives me a chance to be one of the first ones to kind of do a video on this. So I figured I'm going to kind of skip my skew here and kind of go to this right away so you guys can get a quick look into the Cosmos, the latest expansion for the Legendary Mar-Vell deck building game. And so I've already kind of got it opened up here and sorted. So one thing we do get in here is we do get Shards. This is the same type of thing from Guardians of the Galaxy, which is actually originally going to be then my next opening video was actually going to be Guardians of the Galaxy, I think I was going to record. So, but we're doing Into the Cosmos instead. So let's take a quick look at the instruction manual, see what changes there are. So again, we got the Shards. So the Shards, when you gain a Shard, you put it in front of you. You can spend a Shard to get +1 fighting attack. Return a Shard to the supply. Use the Shard immediately, or you can keep it used in any future turn. You can spend as many Shards as you wish a single turn. Shards are not worth victory points. Oh, there is one rule change here too. There is no limit to the number of Shards that can be in the game at once. So this is a change from the past. So now Shards are basically... there is no limit to the number, so that's a good thing to know. Also, villains can gain Shards. Get +1. Masterminds can gain Shards. Then you also got Burning Shards as a new ability in this set. Some heroes say things like burn 2 Shards, draw 2 cards. This means once this turn, you may spend that many Shards to do the listed effect. You can wait to use this until later in the turn if you want. You don't get the normal +1 when you do this. So you can burn some of the Shards. We got the Danger Sense. This is coming back, I think, from, what do they say, your Spider-Man Homecoming. So basically, things to Danger Sense 2, this means reveal the top 2 cards of the villain deck. You get +1 fighting for each villain you reveal. Put all the cards back at top in any order. Cards can say Danger Sense 1, 2, 3, 4 or higher. Several Danger Sense cards say they have additional effects when you reveal particular cards. And sometimes you can use one Danger Sense card to put a particular card on top of the villain deck, and then use a different Danger Sense card to benefit from that card. And then you got Danger Sense on villains. So here you got the rival, the Black Order of Thanos, out to signals and words imminent destruction. That's one of the new villain groups in here. So some cards say Ambush, Danger Sense 2, helping all Black Order villains and the Mastermind to do this. Reveal the top cards of the villain deck and rearrange them just like a normal Danger Sense. Except for, however, +1 attack bonus for each villain card revealed is gained by all Black Order villains in the city and the Mastermind this turn instead of being gained by player. This bonus wears off at the end of the turn. What else we got in the back here? Celestial Boons. One of the villains in here is the Celestials. So the Celestials are millions of years old and immensely powerful. They cannot be truly defeated by mere mortals. However, if you manage to fight a Celestial, is impressed with your efforts and grants you a Celestial Boon. This is a permanent bonus that helps you for the rest of the game. So as long as Celestial is in your victory pile, you can use multiple Celestial Boons, even multiple copies of the same one. So that's going to be cool. And then we got Conquest of Champions. The Grandmaster and Elders of the Universe are literally immortal. To them, mortals are merely playthings. This is shown with the new Conquest of Champions keyword. So some villains and Masterminds say things like Ambush, Conquest of Champions with a strength icon. When this happens, each player in turn reveals a single card, either from their hand or that they played this turn. On the top card of the deck, that player announces their contest score, which that card's printed cost doubled if it's a strength card. It's going to get a little bit harder here, get this underneath here for you guys to see and read. So you must choose carefully whether to use the best score you have from your hand or take the risk by trying the top card of your deck instead. And then you figure out, because I guess the cards say what happens with that. Whoever scores the highest. The card will list outcomes for winning and losing. Hue cards reveal create cards use the colors for contests. It can create contests that are multiple colors, such contest champions like attack or long range attack. So and then we've got what do we got over here? We got Cosmic Threat. So this is kind of returning from Legendary Fantastic 4. So villains in this keyword are incredibly high attack values with special vulnerability. So if the enemy has a Cosmic Threat, this means once per turn for each of that icon that you reveal, the enemy gets -3 this turn. So again, you got that type of stuff. And then that's it for the instructions. All right, so this just to let you know, this deck's a little bit more expensive than regular expansions. There's actually a lot more cards in this deck. We've actually got 9 heroes. Okay, 3 Masterminds. There is 4 villain groups, 2 Henchmen groups, and you got some scheme twists, and of course you got some special bystanders. So let's go through maybe the special bystanders first. Bystanders, this is a pizza delivery guy. You get 1 of them. When you rescue this bystander, choose 1. You either draw a card now, or you can draw an extra card when you draw a new hand of cards at the end of this turn. So it gives you a choice. And then we've got Legendary Game Designer. When you rescue this bystander, gain a shard. Then we got Board Gamer. When you rescue this bystander, each player with the most victory points draws a card. And then those are the 3 new bystanders you get. We'll look at the schemes. So we got Annihilation Conquest, 11 twists. Add an extra hero. Oh, that's pretty cool. Twist, put this twist next to the scheme as the Phyla-Vell Conquest. The highest cost hero from the HQ enters the city as a Phyla-Vell affected villain. Special rules, each Phyla-Vell affected villain has fighting equal to its cost plus 1 for each 2 Phyla-Vell conquests. If you fight one, choose a player to gain it as a hero. Evil wins when there are 6 Phyla-Vell affected in the city and or escape pile, or the villain deck runs out. That's kind of an interesting one. We got Destroy the Nova Corpse. It's set up as 9 twists. Exactly 1 hero must be a Nova hero. 1 player is 5 heroes. Each player's starting deck adds 2 wounds, 1 shield officer, and a Nova card that costs 2. Yeah, okay, that's kind of interesting. So even 1 player, you get 5 heroes. That's kind of cool. Special rules. All shield officers and Nova heroes count as Nova Centurions. Twist 1 to 5. Each player must reveal their hand and discard a Nova Centurion. Each player that discards this way gains a shard. Each player that didn't discard this way must KO a card from the shield officer stack. Twist 6 to 9. Each player must KO a Nova Centurion from the shield officer stack or from their hand or discard pile. Evil wins when there are 5 KO Nova Centurions per player. Then we got the Conquest of Champions. So set up here, we got 11 twists. If you guys can see that. Add an extra hero. I kind of like that, adding extra heroes here. Put 11 random cards from the hero deck face up in the contest row. Twist 1 to 4, KO the leftmost card from the contest row. Then Conquest of Champions for that card's colors, or each player that loses discards a card. The Mastermind wins, put a wound next to the scheme as an evil triumph. Twist 5 to 8, same effect, but in the contest, evil selects from 4 cards from the hero deck. Twist 9 to 11, same effect, but in the contest, evil selects from 6 cards from the hero deck. Evil wins when there are 6 evil triumphs. Okay, that one's kind of interesting too. Kind of like these schemes so far. Then we got Turn the Soul of Adam Warlock. So we got 14 twists. Yeah, using 3 wounds to represent extra scheme twists. Put 14 Adam Warlock hero cards in a face-up stack. Order from the lowest cost on top to the highest cost on the bottom. Actually, I got enough twists. I don't have to use the 3 wounds because I've got multiple versions of starting games here. Twist, set aside the top card of the Adam Warlock stack. This turn you may play Purify it by spending fighting equal to double its cost. If you do, choose a player to gain that card, then you rescue a bystander and you may KO one of your heroes. If you don't do this, by the end of your turn, put that Adam Warlock card into the Souls Corruption stack next to the scheme. Evil wins when there are 8 soul corruptions. Alright, so that's the 4 schemes there. What do we want to go through next? Should we go through the Masterminds with their villains, or maybe I'll do the individual. Maybe I'll do the individual henchmen here first. So what we got here? This is the Spider-Man's bridge builders, henchmen villains. So they get an ambush. After this enters the city, if there's a villain on the bridge, that villain and this henchman each gain a shard. Otherwise, move this to the bridge. Fight and KO one of your heroes. Okay, so that's the bridge builders. Let's do this one next. So this is Black Dwarf. This is the villains, the Black Orders of Thanos. Not familiar with these guys at all. Ambush, Danger Sense 2. Helping all Black Order villains in Mastermind. Play a Master Strike revealed this way. Fight, KO one of your heroes. So you get 2 of him in there. Corvus Glaive, if I'm pronouncing that right. Ambush, Danger Sense 3. Helping all Black Order villains in the Mastermind. Corvus Glaive captures bystander revealed this way. And there's 2 there. Then we got Supergiant, villain, Black Order Thanos. Ambush, Danger Sense 1, helping all Black Order villains in the Mastermind. Play a villain revealed this way. Fight, you may KO a card from your discard pile. And then we've got Ebony Maw. And he's got Ambush, choose villain, Master Strike, or Scheme Twist. Then Danger Sense 3, helping all Black Order villains in the Mastermind. Play all the cards revealed this way of the type you choose. Then we got Proxima Midnight. Ambush, Danger Sense 2, helping all Black Order villains in the Mastermind. Play a Scheme Twist revealed this way. Each player reveals an instinct hero or gains a wound. Alright, so that's the villain group. Black Order of Thanos. Now we'll look at the Celestials. So we got Gamera, the Gatherer. So he's got Cosmic Threat, Strength or Instinct. Fight, Gamera grants you a Celestial boon for the rest of the game. Whenever you fight a villain, rescue a bystander. Escape 3 villains in the city, each capture a bystander. So there's 2. Nazar, the Calculator. Cosmic Threat is the covert or tech. Nazar grants you Celestial boon for the rest of the game. While it's your turn, the Mastermind gets fighting equal to a 1/5 of its printed thing, rounded down the loss. Round down the loss. The Mastermind gains shards equal to a 1/5 of its printed, rounded down. Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. You get 2 of him. Helps you with the Mastermind. Exeter, the Exterminator. If I pronounced that right, probably not. Cosmic Threat is tech or the long-range attack. Exeter grants you Celestial boon for the rest of the game. You may fight a henchman. During one of each of your turns, you may fight a henchman from your victory pile. Spin the normal fighting, then do the henchman fight effect, KO it, and rescue a bystander. Escape, KO 5 henchmen from the villain deck, then shuffle it. KO 5 henchmen for the Maledict and shuffle. That's kind of interesting. I don't know what to think of that card. Then you got Arishim, the Judge. Probably pronouncing that wrong. Cosmic threat, again, range or strength. Fight. Grants you Celestial Boon for the rest of the game. Once during each of your turns, and you put a card from the HQ on the bottom of the hero deck. So you can always cycle through. When it escapes, put each hero that costs 5 or more from the HQ on the bottom of the hero deck. And then there's one of that. And then we've got, I don't know how you say that. Tiamat, or I don't know. The Dreaming Celestial. Cosmic threat is instinct or covert. Grants you such boon. Your hand size is 1 more for the rest of the game. Oh, that would be nice. Each player's hand size is 1 less for the rest of the game of escapes. Oh, ouch. So you definitely want to get that one. Yeah, so that's the Celestial. So that's kind of interesting with the Celestial boons, right? You think they'll be pretty hard to get, but you got the Cosmic threat, which makes them easier to get. All right, so let's start looking at the Masterminds with their counterparts. So we'll look at Magnus here first. And come on, focus, camera, come focus, come on. Here we go. So basically here what we got is he gets +1 fighting for each villain in a city that has any shards. Always leads the Universal Church of Truth. And Master Strike, if there are already any villains with shards in the city, each player gains a wound. Then the strike enters the city as a Cosmic Wrath villain with 4 fighting worth 4 victory points to put a shard in each villain in the city. So we got Seize Cosmic Powers as his tactic. Magnus takes a shard from each villain in the city. Then the villain with the highest fighting gains a shard. Dark Side of Adam Warlock. Magnus gains a shard. The Magnus takes a shard from each other player that does not reveal a covert hero. Resurrected as the Child Magnus. Fight until the start of your next turn. Magnus can only be fought with the buying instead of the fighting. And then we got Conjured Shade of Thanos. Fight, rescue 4 bystanders. This tactic enters the city as a villain. Then each villain in the city gains a shard. That's kind of interesting. So that's Magnus there. So he always leads this henchman group, Universal Church of Truth. So each henchman villain in the city gains a shard, and Magnus is the mastermind when Cosmic Wrath also gains a shard. Fight, burn 2 shards to KO 1 of your heroes. And that's the Universal Church of Truth. All right, so we'll look at the next one, which will be, let's pick the Beyonder. Beyonder was during my time of collecting. And my camera just doesn't want to focus anymore. Okay, there we go. Beyonder. So Cosmic Threat for cards that cost 5 or more. Always leads from beyond. Master Strike, each player reveals a card that costs 5 or more and gains a wound, then puts a strike under the HQ space that doesn't already have a strike, pulling that space into the pocket dimension. To recruit a card from the pocket dimension, you must also pay 1 fighting for each pocket dimension in play. Ooh, he's going to be tough. 21, I mean, that's brutal. The other does have the common Cosmic Threat for cards that cost 5 or more, but still, that's pretty. Playthings of a petulant god. Fight, each other player reveals their hand and KOs a card from their hand or discard part with the same card name as any card in the pocket dimension. Dimensional Collapse. Fight, destroy an HQ space that's in a pocket dimension. That space doesn't refill. To mark this, turn the hero there face down. Pocket dimension card stays in play. Yikes. This is going to be a tough mastermind. Create the Secret Wars. Fight, choose a team. Shield, Avengers, X-Men, something, etc. Contest of Champions for that team icon with evil selected from 4 cards from the hero deck. Each other player that loses gains a wound. If you win, the player of your choice gains a hero from the pocket dimension. Then you got Pull Earth into the Beyond. Rescue 4 Bystanders. Put this card above the sewers, putting it in the pocket dimension. To fight a villain there, you must also pay 1 fighting for each pocket dimension in play. So that's the Beyonder. So he leads the villain group here from Beyond. So we got the Map Makers. Cosmic Threat is tech. Fight KO one of your heroes. So there's 1, 2, 3 of those. The Shaper of Worlds. Cosmic Threat is the ranged. Ambush, create a new reality space that stays above the Shaper of Worlds. It always contains a hero, like an HQ space. Players can recruit from it. Fight, choose a player to gain the hero. Escape, after the normal escape KO. Destroy the new reality space and destroy an HQ space. So that's the Shaper of Worlds. Then you get 1, 2 of them. Then you get Cubics. Cosmic Threat is Instinct. Ambush, each player must reveal 2 cards for the same non-hero cost or gain a wound. Fight, reveal the top card of your deck. If it costs 0, KO it. So you get 1, 2 there. And then you get Cosmos. Cosmic Threat is Covert. Fight, take another turn after this one. Don't play a card from the villain deck at the start of that turn. For the rest of the game, players take turns in the opposite order around the table. Okay, interesting. So that's from Beyond. All right, so we're on to the last Mastermind, and then we'll take a quick break, and then I'll come back and do the 9 heroes. So we got the Grandmaster. Always leads Elders of the Universe. Master Strike, reveal the top card of the hero deck, then put it back. Contest of Champions for that card's colors. Each player that loses gains a wound. The Grandmaster wins, he gains a shard. So that's Grandmaster. Deal with Death. Fight, Contest of Champions Covert. Reveal selected for 4 cards from the hero deck. Each other player that loses must KO a non-gray hero from the discard pile. If you win, you may gain a non-gray hero from the KO pile. If Grandmaster wins, he gains a shard. Galactic Marathon. Fight, Contest of Champions Instinct with evil selecting from 4 cards from the hero deck. Each other player that loses must discard down to 4 cards. If you win, draw 2 cards. The Grandmaster wins, he gains 2 shards. And then you got Cheat against Thanos. Fight, Contest of Champions ranged with evil selected for 4 cards from the hero deck. Each other player that loses must KO half the Bystanders from their victory pile. If you win, rescue 3 Bystanders. If the Grandmaster wins, he gains 3 shards. Match Offenders versus Defenders. Fight, Contest of Champions Strength with evil selecting from 4 cards from the hero deck. Each other player that loses must gain a 0 coast card from the KO pile. If you win, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, KO any number of them, and then put the rest back in any order. Grandmaster wins, he gains 4 shards. And that's the Grandmaster villain. All right. So he leads Elders of the Universe. So we got here the Traitor. Ambush, Contest of Champions Tech. Each player that loses must reveal their hand and trade a non-gray card from their hand with a card in the HQ costs the same or less. Evil wins. The Traitor gains a shard for each trade that occurred. You get 2 there, and you get the Runner. Ambush, Contest of Champions Instinct. Each player that loses must discard a card. If Evil wins, the Runner gains a shard for each card discarded this way, and he pushes forward 2 extra spaces. And then you got the Collector. Contest of Champions Covert. Each player that loses gives the Collector one of these things that he doesn't have yet. A shard, a Bystander from the victory pile, a Strength hero, Instinct hero, Covert hero, Tech hero, or a ranged hero from hand or discard pile. Fight, the player your choice gains one of the captured heroes. Put the rest on the bottom of the hero deck. And you get 2 of those. And you got the Champions of the Universe. Ambush, Contest of Champions is Strength. Each player that loses must give this villain one of their shards or gains a wound. fight, KO one of your heroes. And there's 2 of those. Alright, so we'll just take a break and then I'll be right back with the 9 hero cards. Alright, it's time to go through the 9 heroes. We're going to go through this one first. So we got, so this is Adam Warlock. So this is, I think I could put it in the order, I think, of the commons first. I think this time is what I did. So we got Transmute Matter, 3 costs, gain a shard, burn 2 shards, have half the cost of a hero in the HQ this turn. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you get Regenerative Cocoon. To play this, you must discard a card. When you draw a new hand of cards at the end of the turn, draw 2 extra cards. Oh, that's kind of nice. Usually it's only draw 1. Yeah, so Regenerative Cocoon, I guess that's because you discard when you get to draw 2 instead. So then we got Soul Blast. So this one you gain 2 shards, and with Covert you can burn 4 shards to defeat a villain. So you just defeat one automatically. It's pretty good for the big guys. And then the rare card, Manifest the Soul Gem. So you gain 4 shards, and with 2 Avengers, then you can burn 8 shards to defeat the Mastermind once. Then reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a Master Strike, then Adam Warlock is corrupted by power. At the start of your next turn, add the Magnus Mastermind to the game with 1 random tactic. Oh, so there's a chance that he can become corrupted. That's actually pretty cool. So you're always going to have to keep, whenever you use Adam Warlock, you're going to have to keep Magnus around just in case this happens. But yeah, that's pretty neat. So I usually like to put the cards away with the rare at the front. Next up, we got Captain Mar-Vell, the original one. I don't think I really had much comic books with him in it. I think he was mostly, dead by the time I was collecting, but I think I had some kind of flashbacks with him or something. I can't remember. It's been so long since I looked at my comics. I collected for 13 years, so... so this is his comments. So it's got Cosmic Awareness. So if you would get fighting from Danger Sense this turn, gain that many shards instead. Danger Sense 1 with a range card played first, the same effect with Danger Sense 2. So you get your 5 there. Cree Genetics. And if you gain any shards this turn, draw a card. This should be the uncommon. Channel the Negabands. With Avenger card played first, reveal the top card of your deck. If it costs 1 or more, gain a shard. If it costs 0, KO it. Then there's a rare card. Protector of the Universe. Danger Sense 4. If you gain any shards this turn before playing this card. Okay, sorry, Danger Sense 4. If you gain any shards this turn before playing this card. Danger Sense... Oh, no. Sorry, you're getting confused here. So if you gain any shards this turn before playing this card, Danger Sense 7 instead. Okay. Yeah, so Danger Sense 4, or if you gain any shards, you can get a Danger Sense 7 instead. And it's plus 3 fighting. Alright, and that's Captain Mar-Vell. So then we've got Moondragon here, Peaceful Meditation. When you draw a new hand of cards at the end of this turn, if you didn't fight anything this turn, draw an extra card. Psychonic Warning. Danger Sense 2. If you play Instinct first, if this is revealed, any Skiing Twist, gain a shard. Psychonic Blast. Danger Sense 4. If you played Avenger card before this, if this is revealed at least 2 Master Strikes, you may shuffle the villain deck. And then you got the rare. Lunar Dragon Form. Danger Sense 1. This revealed a scheme twist. You get +3 fighting, and you may shuffle the villain deck. And that is Moondragon. And come on, camera. There we go. Worthless Cyborg. So this is Nebula. You got whenever you take any number of shards from a villain, mastermind, or other player this turn, you may KO one of your cards or a card from your discard pile. Then we've got Galactic Rogue. A villain gains a shard, and with instinct attack beforehand, you can take a shard from a villain. Illusional Device. If a card played first, choose another player. Unless that player reveals a covert hero, take one of their shards or rescue a bystander from their victory pile. And then her rare, Daring Raid. Whenever you take any number of shards from a villain, mastermind, or other player this turn, you get +3 buying power. So you can get quite a few buying power from that. And plus get the 5 attack. Then here we go. Come on, camera. And we got Nova. Draw from the World Mine. Nova. So draw a card. With protecting, you get +1 fighting or +1 buying. So that's the most common. And you get Electromagnetic Wave. Choose one, you get +2 fighting, or you gain a shard. Or if you do a ranged thing first, instead do both. Declare Galactic Threat. Villain gains Cosmic Threat Tech this turn. And if there were no villains in the city, draw 2 cards instead. And the rare, mobilize the Nova Corpse. Choose one, draw 3 cards, or a Mastermind gains Cosmic Threat range this turn. So you got a choice there. And then here's what we got next. I don't know this character at all. This character must come after I collected comics. Phyla-Vell. I don't know how to pronounce that. Channel Cosmic Power. So you gain a shard with instinct played beforehand. You can draw a card. Again, I'm not familiar with this character at all. Quantum Sword. Have at least 4 shards. You get an extra +2 fighting. And you got Martyr. If any player would gain a wound, you may discard this card and gain 2 shards instead. And then you got the rare. Avedir of Oblivion. Sorry, I just had a spider coming out from my hair all of a sudden. That kind of freaked me out. God, I hate that. I hate spiders. Ugh. Okay, sorry. Avedir of Oblivion. You may KO a card from your hand or discard pile. If you do, gain 2 shards. Then you have at least 8 shards. You get a +3 fighting. I'll have to look her up and see what the story is about her. I don't know anything about her. Quasar, I know. Manipulate gravitations. If covert played first, whenever you recruit a hero from this HQ this turn, gain a shard. Cosmic Champion. Burn a shard, you get +3 fighting. The Quantum Bands. Gain a shard, or burn 2 shards and may KO a card from your hand and discard pile. The Star Brand. Whenever you defeat a villain or mastermind this turn, gain a shard. Burn 4 shards, you get +7 attack. That's nice. And that's his rare there. So we got 2 more hero cards to go. Our decks here. So this one here, we got Ronan the Accuser. You would think this would be more of a villain, but I guess I haven't really seen any villain expansions in a while, so I think they're kind of... I think the villains are just being put in with the heroes nowadays. We got Universal Weapon. Gain a shard. Burn 2 shards to draw 2 cards. Kind of like the whole villain thing, though. It was pretty neat, though. Rally Cree Warriors. So whenever you rescue a bystander this turn, gain a shard. Strength, you play that, you get to rescue a bystander. And what do you guys think? You guys would like to see another villain expansion? I kind of would like to see a villain one. Accuse enemies of the Empire. Conquest of Champions attack. Each player that wins rescues a bystander. If their mastermind wins, it captures a bystander. And then we got the rare. Seek the Infinity Gems. Conquest of Champions strength. Each other player that loses must lose a shard. Each player that wins gains 2 shards. If the mastermind wins, the villain gains 2 shards. And that's Ronan the Accuser. And we're down to the very last hero deck. Like I said, this one's got lots of cards in it. So this is Yondu. Whistling Arrow. Gain a shard. If you play range first. Burn any number of shards. Defeat a villain with a printed VP equal to the number of shards you burned. Interstellar Hunter. Danger Sense 2. If you play Covert first, if this revealed any Master Strikes, draw a card. Anticipate their movements. Danger Sense 3. If you played, I think that's the Guardians of the Symbol, I think. You may do the fight effect. Henchmen villain revealed this way. Space Pirate. Choose one, gain a hero from the HQ for free, or gain a shard for each empty city space. Or you got played 3 Galactic beforehand, you can do both. And there we go. So what you're looking at here is the newest expansion that just came out. I'm kind of putting this ahead of my queue and my other stuff I got. But this is Legendary Into the Cosmos. And you will see, of course, I got a lot more opening videos to do. And I got some solo games. I got recorded too that I'm putting up. But anyways, this is the Play Property channel. So remember to play properly. And I'll see you next video. Bye.